What's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup, Invoked versus Shaddolls. Two title candidates, one deck from 2015, the other deck from 2016. So very similar formats, right, although very different in the form of power creep, as you see, or at least probably as you know in both main decks, right. As for the matchup, well, the first list, of course, we have Invoked. Invoked, again, doesn't need an introduction. This is a huge threat list. It main decks a lot of hard outs and hard counters against your opponent's Shaddolls deck. I mean, main deck Dimensional Prison, Dimensional Barrier, apologies, Artifact Sight with triple Sanctum, multiple combos, right? So, it's so many hard counters for the Shaddolls deck, right? Then again, Shaddolls, Star Shard of Shaddolls OCG list, by the way, with Super Polymerization in the main deck, double Dark Armed, again, because of the OCG. Also the main deck, Pot of Avarice, of course, Shockmaster in the extra deck. The deck packed a lot of things, and back then was, I think, the strongest deck, if I remember correctly. So which deck has the advantage? I think, well, and as I read through the comments of the previous video, is that Invoked should have the advantage, as most people prefer, or most people mentioned. Again, Artifact Sight, Maxi, Sanctum, Compulse, Dimensional Barrier, right? I mean, those are hard counters to Shaddolls, but again, it's Shaddolls and it's not really a deck to underestimate, right? So, again, let's not waste any more time, let's hop into the first duel, best out of 5. I think, yep, indeed, I get to start, immediately get blown away by the heavy storm. I guess that's fine, sadly the Sanctum won't pop something, but dropping Sights and both Dimensional Barrier pretty much prevents him from playing Yugioh, right? So Sight preventing some extra deck summons and Dimensional Barrier doesn't really matter, right? Both pretty much do the same, so not really sure if I should have set both of them, right? Knowing that the Shaddolls deck did have access, or does have access to Heavy Storm. Anyway, drawing into one of the Wind Witches, the better one, but sadly Sight is in the way, so I just have to flat out pass, right? I don't think I have to normal summon the Witch and Wonder Wand, etc. Finally, I draw into an Alistair, but open field, so I go for it, because of, you know, the Crystal Wing, the indestructible Crystal Wing is a huge threat for Shaddolls. They hardly have any counters to get rid of it, right? But again, he does have Typhoon as well, so first of all, Typhoon was used on the Wonder Wand. Luckily, okay, Surcharge Alistair, but as you'll be seeing, I eventually opt to drop a second Rage in as well. You know, I think I needed the attacking power, somewhat sacrificing a potential Alistair discard, right? The honest effect, and that's going to bite me later. But again, this duel was a perfect duel. The whole match was a fantastic match. Here, I took the chance. Since again he used up the regular Shaddolls fusion during his previous turn, so it wasn't sure, I think, that he had another Shaddolls fusion in his hand, but he does, so I have to use both Radiant's effect to put them both face down. This way the opponents cannot use monsters from his main deck to use for the fusion summon, but then again, well, I think that's fine. Okay, both Radiants will be lost, but I think it's well worth it. I mean, Invoked can easily make another fusion, so it's not that big of a deal, but what's a big deal, it's that, again, that I'm lacking an, well, pretty much a copy of Alistair here in my hand with the potential honest effect. He does draw into another Shaddolls fusion, and the problem here is that because I control an extra deck summoned monster, he can, well, pretty much keep recycling the regular Shaddolls fusion and make a free fusion summon, right? The Wonder Wand top deck definitely was very solid, so normal summon Alistair, getting on the Surge, getting 2 draws, hopefully some back row. Compulse, fantastic top deck, same for Ghost Ogre, so well, as you see here, just attacking over the Earth Shaddolls Shekinaga, right, with my Earth fusion, and then set the Compulse for the Construct. He drops Winda, so I was like, okay, I should be in a good position, but then he reveals Super Polymerization. I was like, no, not Super Poly, so he is able to get rid of my big beat stick. He still has only one special summon left, right, with his Winda on the field, but the Super Poly did it during the first game. So game number 2, I have to start with all of my Floodgate-alike cards, prevent my opponent from playing Yugioh. So drop Makaba and having Maxi in hand is kinda decent. The Makaba is there to potentially negate the free Shaddolls fusion, but he immediately uses or normal summon Scepter, I have to negate, right? Negating the monster effect. If he does have the Shadoll fusion, I can just Max C, or well, you know, he already dropped the Max C on the chair summon, so another Shadoll fusion follow up would have given me some extra draws, but nope, he doesn't have that. And as you see, he has a super polymerization in hand, but luckily for me, no Shadoll monster. Otherwise, he definitely would have been able to use super poly. Any Shadoll would have done it to go for construct, using my own Makaba and, well, you know, gain control of the field and pretty much be back in the duel. But now that I have access to another Makaba, it's very hard for them to get back in the duel, right? So game number 2 goes to me. He opts to start. Kinda strange to see Shadoll go first, but I get why. I mean, main decking multiple dimensional barriers, Max C, well, Max C going second, but going first, not let me set Sanctum or dimensional barrier alike cards. Anyway, Winda isn't that strong against Invoked. It does prevent me from only special summoning once, but again, most fusions are just stronger, so I can just attack over Winda and then, you know, continue the special summons. He does give me, I think, the +2 eventually, so 3 draws out of the Max C to go for Shockmaster. Not really sure if that was a correct play. Of course, scalding spells, so I can't use any spells here, but luckily, I have the Sanctum to hold him off. Well, if it wasn't for Sanctum or maybe Compulse or something like that, I probably would have lost the duel. Yep, I think only Sanctum and Compulse, since he does have enough attacking power to deal the lost damage, and he would have been able to attack for a game. But Moral Tech is going to pop the BLS, a potential extra light target. There is no reason to use Dark Hole. I can just build up my fusions. I think I can go for the double fusion play, right, that potentially a Wind Witch play, but luckily this is a huge top deck. The Twin Twister getting rid of the bottom as well. No, I don't think it doesn't matter because of the field spell indeed as well. But yeah, I go for the rage, no, not the Makaba indeed. Going for the second copy of Makaba, so negating potentially negating 2 spells and 1 monster effect with the Ghost Ogre in hand. There's a Mathematician. I'm definitely going to negate that. The last card is indeed the spell, the regular Shadoll fusion, and now I'm in full control of the duel. So again, this just proves that although both decks are very similar, at least at their main goal, being the fusion summon once per turn or twice per turn, right, and that their boss monsters being the fusion monsters, it seems that the Alistair engine and, well, basically the Invoked engine, of course, the fusion monsters are much stronger. First of all, with their negation effects, and second, the main deck answers, right, Sanctum, etc. But still, game number 4, again the opponent opts to start again the Max C. Max C is such a problem card for that deck, for a lot of decks, right, but getting me the plus, I think the +1 here, 7 cards now in total. Drop the Wind Witch, hopefully to get the effect off, but nope, he's going to make an okay play, using the Synersis, what is it called, Shadow Games, I think, and I think he's going for the Winda. Well, eventually he's going for Winda, but luckily for me, it's not because of the regular El Shadoll fusion, but with Super Poly. So he has to discard something, and on the reveal of the, what is it called, the Winter Bell or something like that, you know, the level 1 tuner, Wind Witch tuner, so I can't go for a special summon now, so I am forced to pause, but it's all fine. Thanks to Wonder Wand and those extra draws, I was able to draw a Dimensional Barrier and the Sanctum. I mean, what more do you need, right? So reveal the Sanctum and go for Moral Tech to pop the Shadoll Construct. Indeed, Construct will be just an extra light, right, in his graveyard, as father to go for the Makaba indeed during my own turn, but having the Moral Tech on the field, basically an extra beat stick. Going for the double, no, indeed, 1 fusion summon because of Winda, but during main phase 2, I'm definitely going for the second fusion monster here. At least I should be going, not really sure because of barrier. Yeah, indeed. Okay, I'm going for the double Makaba. Only able to negate monster effects, but if he did have another Shadoll fusion or another Shadoll spell, there is Dimensional Barrier. Dimensional Barrier against Shaddolls. Basically, game over, GG, well played. Especially because no fusion summons and he can't get its engine rolling, right? So another fusion monster, and this indeed should be GG, well played. So a very solid match, a very good match, but I think we have a well-deserved winner here. Well-deserved winner for Invoked. So sadly, Shaddolls is out of the tournament, and Invoked, indeed Alistair Dottek will move on here to the playoffs, or at least left side of the bracket, and will take on Metal Foes. Metal Foes versus Invoked, right? Okay, So yeah, a couple of matches left, right? We have, let me double check, yep, indeed, Chaos from 2003 versus Chaos Dragons, indeed. And completely on the right, we have Monarchs versus Burning Abyss. So next matchup, let me double check again, should be, yeah, indeed, let's go for Chaos versus Chaos Dragons. So like always, feel free to leave your predictions for that. But as you know, a couple of, at least one extra duel here. I think the opponent got to start. His opening hand is that fantastic. Finally, he draws into the Pot of Avarice. It was pretty much always like previous duels, but that's how it is, right? With Pot of Avarice, you either don't see it when you need it, or you're going to open with it when it's pretty much dead. Although finally, out of all the duels, I'm finally able to get the Invincible Crystal Wing out with Maxi as a backup, with Ghost Ogre as well, and the Raging on the field. It goes for the prize card, Ascension Sky Dragon. It's basically just an extra attack boost, and I believe it does have the effect that if it's destroyed, either by battle or by a card effect, you can reborn or special summon the same monsters you used for its Synchro summon. So I guess it's fine, it's a huge monster reborn, but even though, again, I prevent him from going for something like Shockmaster or yeah, any, what's it called, the Satellar, right? Forgot his name, you know which one I mean. Deltarose? It's Deltarose, I think. But yeah, just him having the Ascension Sky Dragon and very low on life points is just screaming to get OTK'd, right? So again, last tool. I think we just have a real deserved winner, right? So next matchup, as I mentioned before, we have Chaos from 2003 indeed, versus Chaos Dragons. So like always, feel free to leave your predictions. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a card or like if you enjoyed the video. Liam signing out. Peace.